Hey guys, what's up? It's Swing. So recently I've been kind of struggling with drawing. I've been kind of hitting this weird art block where I'm not exactly, like, I have a lot of things I want to draw. It's just more so like I feel unmotivated because I feel like I'm not making any art progress. So I thought it would be a good time to like kind of take a trip down memory lane again and see, if I made any progress throughout the years. Just to see if, like what were the things that I worked on, what were the things that I improved, to hopefully give myself some motivation and some energy to keep on improving my art. Okay, so we got all of my sketchbooks from 2017 all the way to 2021. This is the one that I'm working on right now, so this is the one that we'll look through last, and I haven't finished all of them. Who even finishes like notebooks? It's actually impressive that I finished a couple of them. This one's done, and this one's pretty much done, and this one's pretty much filled up, but this one's not. This one's not really. Oh my god. Anyways, we're gonna take a look through these and see if there's anything embarrassing or cringeworthy or for someone who like truly didn't really do any like intensive kind of like technical like improvement and just kind of sketch just for shits and giggles. Hopefully you guys can see what kind of progress comes from that after 5 years. So let's take a look. So we're gonna start off all the way in 2017 when I first started college. I was really good at realism back then, but I was still struggling and really new when it came to drawing like cartoons, anime, things of that sort. So I did a lot of figure drawing classes on campus, and I focused a lot on like looking at like resources and like kind of seeing how they drew their faces and how, angles work and stuff like that. And I remember that was a really frustrating period because I wasn't that good at it. As you can see, the proportions were all messed up and everything, and my line weight was so heavy. So one of the books that I ended up getting was Andrew Loomis's Drawing for All It's Worth. There it is, it's right there. So yeah, I had a phase where I just kind of went like and tried to draw every single page. So as you can see here's the gesture drawings that I did. It didn't really last for too long, but I think just doing a bit of that helped a little bit. So here, I'm clearly struggling a bit with like finding a style that fits me. I was drawing more like klance stuff around this time and just having fun with it, which I think was good. And also around this time, that's when I started posting on Instagram. So this was around like October, so Inktober was going on, and yeah, I started to draw pieces with ink and incorporating more like design elements, adding in some color, using more references, and thinking how can I make my piece look more presentable. And I think that helped to kind of clean up my art a little bit more, but I still had some issues with making the lines look clean, so they still looked kind of messy, but I think some really nice pieces came out of that time period, which is nice and still good to look back on, but I can still clearly see, like, I call it chicken scratch, basically like just so many lines on top of each other. I think drawing Voltron and drawing like fan art really helped speed up the process. So here we're fast forwarding to 2018, and basically you can see my lines have cleaned up a lot. I stopped using this notebook and then came back to it in 2018, so that's how the intense skill jump happened. But yeah, my lines are a lot cleaner and definitely have more of a style, and just everything just looks more neat, and the lines are less like chicken scratch. Definitely did all of that figure drawing did pay off a little bit, I have to say. So yeah, and there's a Billie Eilish to finish off the notebook. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is my 2017 to 2018 notebook, and this is the one that I carried with me in my backpack When I was going to lecture or waiting between classes, I would sketch, and I reserved this notebook mainly for figure drawing. As you can see, I had a period where I tried doing a figure drawing challenge where I drew around 3 a day. I got up to like 70 or 60 something, so I did it for a couple weeks, and that was a really enlightening experience because I actually did see some decent improvement in my figure drawing. My lines cleaned up a lot, and I found myself eventually not needing pencil anymore and just going straight into inks. And so that was really motivating. And so after I got more confident with that, I tried experimenting more with, drawing my own things without reference and just having fun with my art and becoming more creative with my work. So you can really see that at the end of this notebook, where I stopped doing anatomy and just mainly drew things that interested me. So yeah, that was the 2017 to 2018 notebook. Which brings us to my next notebook, my 2019 to 2020 notebook. Around that time, I stopped drawing as consistently as I did before. One was because my skill set kind of plateaued at that point, and I didn't really feel as much urgency to kind of improve. Secondly, I was really, really busy with internships, and junior and senior year got really stressful. And I think I was also still drawing a lot on my iPad, so a lot of digital art was still being created at that time, just not really like sketching in notebooks and stuff like that. But whenever I did feel a little bit rusty, I would go in and pick up figure drawing again, draw my friends and draw fan art. It just definitely wasn't the caliber of traditional sketching that I did in 2017 and 2018. So yeah, that's why you don't really see as much sketches for those 2 years. So yeah. So yeah, that brings us to my final notebook, my 2021 notebook. This is the one that I just recently started, and as you can see, I got into BTS. But yeah, just comparing like the line art from the very beginning to now, I can see a lot of really clear differences, mainly in just like my line weight and just like cleaner lines. I definitely don't really need to do a base sketch anymore, and I could just really go in and flesh out like the features and like the anatomy. My lines are a lot more confident, a lot cleaner, and my anatomy is a lot more accurate. So I really think that I have a better control of just like lines and shapes, which is really good to see. So yeah, looking at my old art from 2017, I can definitely see that my lines have cleaned up a lot. They're less like chicken scratch and just messy and more clean and intentional, which is really, really cool to see. Yeah. Okay, so that was the journey of Swang's art from 2017 all the way to 2021. I think honestly, the first time I saw, like, I finally dug up these like sketchbooks, like maybe like a couple weeks ago, and like looked through all of the art that I made over the years. I truly thought like beforehand that I didn't make any progress whatsoever. You know, it truly felt like I was just stagnant in my skills. But taking a look at these journals, at these sketches, and especially seeing like the very beginning when I struggled so much and I was just so frustrated, and then seeing the things that I draw now really helped to just open up my mindset, and like as long as you keep on doing it, it doesn't matter what you're drawing, you will make progress. And I think that is the most valuable thing I learned. You know, don't hesitate to draw something that you think is cheesy or looks dumb or looks amateur or unprofessional. I mean, you know, I wasn't intending on showing anyone any of these sketches. During that time when I was like drawing all these things, I was drawing it and I was like, oh my god, this looks so bad. Like this looks nothing like, you know, all of the art Instagram accounts that I see online. Like I have such a long way to go, and that's okay. That's totally okay, because there's no way to get to a point of being happy with your work, or to a point of, you know, professionalism if you don't go through this process. And like, even though it didn't look good, I was still having fun and, you know, drawing things that I liked. I was making little comics even though they didn't look that good. I was happy that I created it. Just truly being able to enjoy the process and enjoy the things that I draw is the thing that I was missing recently, these past couple months. Don't hesitate to make stuff like this. Don't hesitate to, you know, make art like this and then hate yourself. No. Hesitate when you hate yourself. That's not good. I definitely feel like, you know, the sketches that I've been doing recently, even though they're infinitely better and I'm super happy with my progress, I'm motivated to keep on drawing and cleaning up my lines more, finding a style that fits me more, and drawing things with more accurate anatomy. So hopefully I'll be making a lot more videos in the future about art and my job, working at Webtoon, even, you know, like mental health, anything that I feel like I can share and help people with. So hopefully if you're interested, feel free to give feel free to subscribe, only if you're interested. Don't forget to keep on drawing, just like me. I'm gonna keep on improving.
I'm going to keep on drawing. I'm gonna get real good, and then after I'm real good, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be even more good. I'm gonna be better than good. And then when I'm better than good, I'm like, no, I don't want to be better than good. I want to be better than good.
And it's just gonna keep on going, and that's okay. And it's gonna be like that until I'm like 80, and I accept. Challenge accepted.